All right, happy show and tell Sunday. Today I'm gonna go over sort of a weekend project that I've about 4 weekends into building. It's called PhoneScreen.AI. Its goal is to automate the phone screen step of the interview process. Annually in the United States, there are 14.5 million candidates hired at jobs in the US, which means that you have to screen a lot more candidates to get to those 14 million new hires every year. And so there's a lot of time spent sort of reaching out to candidates, scheduling time to have a 15-minute conversation, making the phone call, analyzing sort of the phone call, and determining if you are going to bring them onto the next round. And so the exercise that I've been going through is figuring out if AI can be used to solve this problem. My day job, I'm a product manager. On the weekends, I enjoy indie hacking, and using AI has allowed me to basically overcome kind of any limitations that I had on the coding side of things. I'm a self-taught programmer. Most of my work is in sort of React, NextJS. I also know a bit of Python. This is all built with NextJS. My developer setup is VS Code, and I use Continue.dev, which is kind of like Cursor, which you may know about, but I like it. It just plugs into VS Code very nicely. I use the Claude Opus model to kind of help generate the code to build this app. Yeah, so basically what we're looking at right here is our list of active jobs. And so imagine you are a company or even like a staffing service. This is actually an industry that I don't have a ton of experience with, but as I've kind of been researching things, I've realized that there's a huge need for the staffing industry that does thousands of phone screens a week to kind of alleviate that bottleneck and come up with a more close to, if not totally automated phone screen step. And so I actually am working with a company right now that is going to kind of try this out, and I'm going to kind of listen to their sort of feedback and kind of iterate the product for their specific use case, because they're doing multiple thousands of phone screens every week. And so if we can automate it and take the human out of that process completely, it's going to save them a ton of time and a ton of money, hopefully. So if I were running a staffing company, or just any tech company or any company out there, and we have our jobs on our website, for instance, here's the Google Careers site. Let me just copy this job. This job is called Research Scientist, Electromagnetic Modeling and Analytics, Quantum AI. Sounds cool. And then what I will do is I will just go here and I will add a new job. And so right now there's some ChatGPT calls going on to parse all this job posting data into kind of a job screen object in my platform here. And you can see it added it to the bottom here. I can kind of sort it. It extracted the location where this job is. There are no candidates for it yet because we just listed it. If I go into the job itself and then I go to edit, I can actually see that it parsed all of this information from the job post. It's not remote friendly, and then look, it generated all of these interview questions. Do you hold a PhD in electrical engineering or physics? How many years of experience do you have in research or hardware? And so these are questions that are going to be asked by the AI agent to the candidates applying for this job. And so you can actually remove any questions that you want. You can customize. You can write whatever you want the phone screen person, the AI agent, to ask. And so when you're happy with the set of questions, you can update the job, and now you're just ready for candidates to start screening, right? And so there's going to be this screening link that you will give out to your candidates. And so right now it's just very basic, but it basically, imagine you've received resumes for this job. And so normally what you would be doing is you'd be reaching out to the candidate and say, you have an interesting resume. Do you have any time in the next few days to have a 15-minute conversation to kind of ask you a few questions? So this is not quite the start of the interview process. It's more of a, let us just make sure the sense that we're getting from your resume makes it seem like you're the right fit for this job, right? And so the candidate will then be sent this link. They'll put in their information and their phone number. I'll put in my phone number. We'll get a phone call here, and then apply for this job. And so, um, because very few of us have any experience talking to an AI agent, it's a little bit of a unique experience. And so I just put this like little video together that sort of sets the expectations of what the candidate can kind of expect the call to go like. And so I won't play this whole thing, but I used Synthesia to generate this AI video.
Hi there, I'm Ashley, your AI recruiter. In just a moment, I'll be giving you a call to discuss your qualifications and experience for the role.
Okay, so the candidate will listen to that. They'll have a good sense for what's about to happen, and so they'll click ready for the phone screen, and then I will pick up my phone here, and in a couple seconds we should be receiving a phone call. There it is. Now the phone screen is going to begin. Hello.
Hello, this is Ashley, the AI agent who will be conducting your phone screen. May I speak with Jane Doe?
Yeah, this is Jane.
Great. I'm calling to conduct the initial phone screen for the research scientist, electromagnetic modeling and analytics position. Thank you for your interest in this role. Are you ready to start the interview?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. Let's begin. Question 1. Do you hold a PhD in electrical engineering or physics or equivalent practical experience?
I definitely do not.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Question 2. How many years of experience do you have in research or hardware engineering?
So I won't go through the whole conversation, obviously, but it was going to go through all of those questions and get my response to all those questions. And so if we pop back, I can actually show you what it looks like when you actually have some candidates that go through the whole call. So once you've had some candidates make the call, you'll see over here we've had 4 candidates for this paper sales manager role with an average score of 83.96. And so we can see that it's located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. If we go ahead and click on the job itself, we can actually see the candidates here. This is all just my test data here, so none of this is real. And you know, I can kind of sort things here. I can just show the rejected. I can show all. I can you know, search by name. I can search by email. I can do bulk changes to the status of all of these. And so this is kind of how the hiring manager will kind of quickly look at the people that have applied and be able to sort the top performers, right? And so if we look here, Superman is the highest performer on this particular job. We can go in, see exactly why Superman is rated so high. We can go ahead, and that's a pretty good score. We'll accept it. We can see all their information here. We can even play back the call if we want to listen to it. Hello. So that'll play back the whole call. It's 2 minutes and 53 seconds. And then we can actually look at how they answered each question. And so the first question was, what experience do you have in developing and maintaining relationships with clients in the business community? In my previous role at a regional office supplies company, I managed a portfolio of over 30 clients, blah, blah, blah. So this is what the candidate said on the call. So you can just basically get all of that information without having to have conducted the phone screen yourself. And so that's basically the MVP as it is right now. I also have dark mode, which is definitely not MVP, but it's pretty easy to do. And yeah, so right now, like I said, I'm working with a company right now that does thousands of phone screens each week. They're hoping to basically share these phone screen links with the candidates that they have in an effort to basically remove the human phone screen step entirely from their process. And so if we're successful doing that, it's going to save them, you know, thousands of minutes, hours of time, and yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, I hope you found this interesting, and yeah, follow along as I continue to develop this idea.